You don't fix inequality by obsessing over the very top. You fix it by changing who gets to enter ownership layers, how early value is recognized, how assets are formed, and who gets access to liquidity in the first place. That's why creators, builders, and IP native people matter so much. They operate before liquidity, before gatekeeping. Why this matters for creators. If you create music, art, systems, ideas, IP, you're not excluded because value doesn't exist. You're excluded because you kept below the liquidity threshold. Once you cross that threshold, the entire conversation about hoarding changes. Yes, inequality is real. Yes, concentration is dangerous, but blaming the wrong layer keeps the system intact. If the explanation doesn't teach where money actually sits when it becomes liquid and who controls the movement, then it's not a solution, it's a story. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Millionaires sit in a transitional zone. They have enough money to exert control, but not enough to feel structurally secure, and not enough perspective to see second and third order effects. So behavior skews toward accumulation instead of stewardship, protection instead of circulation, optimization instead of coherence. Greed here isn't excess, it's fear plus proximity. They can still lose it, so they grip tighter. The literacy gap is the real danger. This is the part that we really need to be focused on. Many people at the millionaire tier understand income, not systems, understand tax avoidance, not economic impact, understand leverage, not responsibility, understand growth, not consequence. They've learned how to get money, but not what money does once it moves. So decisions are made that distort housing markets, suppress wages, hollow out communities, extract without repair. Not because they're evil, well, not all of them, but because they're undereducated for the scale they now influence. That's a dangerous mismatch. Behavior from billionaires looks super different, even when it's harmful. At true scale, people stop thinking transactionally. They think in governance, durability, optics, and legacy are buffered from daily fear. That doesn't make them good, but it does change incentives. At the millionaire level, incentives are still personal, immediate, defensive. That's where harm is often messier and more direct. Why this layer causes more felt damage is because a millionaire's decisions touch rent, local labor, small businesses, creators, and access. They're close enough to everyday life to be felt, not abstract. So when people say the rich are greedy, what they're often reacting to is this layer, even if they don't have language for it. Scale without literacy doesn't produce stewardship, it produces extraction. Fear driven capital does more day to day damage than distant capital. My vantage point is a little different. My wealth comes from architecture, continuity, ethics under load, intergenerational thinking, and that naturally creates restraint and care. Many millionaires arrive through opportunity spikes, market timing, narrow expertise, or single asset success. Fifth House to Creativity Inc. What we do, and it causes like an opposite, is context before power, literacy before liquidity, structure before scale. That's how harm is deterred before it needs to be corrected.